race room. We should be starting anytime soon. Got Link's house. Start with in there with a piece of heart, and we have Sanctuary with 3 bombs. So Goomba is the only one that starts in Sank, and we got 3 other runners going up to our dear old uncle. Tree pool is some 5 rupees. Always nice to have some rupees going further into the seed. Some 3 bombs in the uncle's chest. It looks like we didn't really have anything on Uncle himself today. Well, we got blue mail, so I guess that counts as anything. 20 rupees in the thieves' hideout in Lost Woods. And since I didn't see what Goomba left on the mushroom spot, I don't think it was anything that was important today. Alright, so it looks like we're going to get a lumberjack check here from He's Just a Boy. And it's just a hard container on Lumberjack Ledge, so nothing important. We're not going to do Aghanim just for a piece of heart or a hard container. But we do have 3 crystals in the Light World. One of them is a 5-6 crystal at Desert Palace. So not much items in Kakariko right now. Even more money here in the Kakariko Well. Ooh, silver arrows. And Quake Medallion. Ooh, and we get a bottle from the bottle with a B inside of the bottle vendor. So can check Sick Kid while we're in here in Kakariko. Easy routing. Alright, Sick Kid, what are you hiding? Big 20, so even more cash in Kakariko. And we have a Moon Pearl in the back of the tavern. So we at least got some few stuff that's actually important for the seed in Kakariko, but it was not really anything that opened up the seed. And library, of course, just having a big 20 is not going to... we're not going to take that from library today. And Race gave me just a piece of heart, so pretty dry so far. Moon Pearl, Silver Arrows, Quake, and a bottle. Pretty okay, but it's not something... It's not the best Kakariko. you have ever seen before, but let's see. There's a lot of places here. And confirmed, there's 2 red crystals in Light World. Tower of Hera being a 5/6 crystal as well. Big 20 inside of the chest in the dam. Ooh, there's the bow. The sunken treasure today is the bows. We have a bow and silver arrows really quickly. We got our first real weapon of the seed. And Goomba is doing the early play on Agina. I like this play. You don't really see Agina this early on, but hey, you never know what's in there. It's just a hard container, but it's always nice to have a little bit of health going in early on, so at least it had something instead of like a single arrow. And with that bow, it looks like Goomba is just going to ignore the... Ooh, there's a glove on the Lake Hylia Island. So we are going to need that mirror later on. If we even need the mids today. Alright, Mini Molder Cave is next. While we're getting a Sarashala's closet check, and maybe he will talk with Sarashala as well. 3 bombs, 10 arrows, glove, boomerang, and a shovel inside of Mini Molder Cave. Nothing of important in Sarashala's closet though. And he's just boys going right for that shovel spot, I think. Or maybe just using that bow to get, you know, clear out the Eastern Palace. Okay, so Eastern Palace check from Goomba, while from Eovan we're going to get an Ice Palace, Ice Rod Cave. Not Ice Palace, Ice Rod Cave. Pretty much the same thing, but it's it's a cave with something that's icy. Green Pennant Thieves Town and 300 rupees inside of Ice Rod Cave. Looks like A1 is going to set up that fake flipper here. Got the money for Zora as well, so it's going to be interesting to see what these checks will pay out. Checking Hopper first, of course. Getting that one check out of the way. Piece of heart from the hobo. And that's one of those troll hints. That's not really a hint. That it's the first hint of the seed is not a friendly one. I think it was something like, it was one of those greens ones. It was like race seeds don't have spoilers, something like that. Okay, waterfall fairy check from A1. That was a rod. But I couldn't really see, was that a fire rod or was it an ice rod? Oh, it was ice rod. That's nice. We have the book on Sora's Ledge. So we do need the flippers for that, if we don't find the flute. And we got a 500... a bottle worth 500 from Zora. Thank you, Zora. Thank you very much. Alright, so it looks like A1 is going to give us another new check for the seed. It's going to be the back of escape. ₹20, the hammer, and bombos. We do have Dark World access now. And with that hammer in hand, we're going to check out the good old Hype Cave, or the so-called Hype Cave. And Goomba takes the first crystal of the seed. He draws the first blood. Eastern Palace is down. Oh, and A1 runs out of bombs before going into Hype Cave, but can always buy bombs in here. Oh, if he's just a boy, got stuck in that room trying to find the small key before Armor's Knights. Single Hour of Destiny, Shield, Piece of Heart, and a Piece of Heart. So that Hype K was not hype. I'm actually going to give that Hype Cave a 2, only because of the Single Arrow of Destiny, and Kirito going for that shovel. Stumpy gives us a Piece of Heart. And we get another Piece of Heart from the shovel spot. Ooh, Cane of Burna inside of the in the front of Escape. Always nice to have. And the digging game gives you 300 rupees. So if you have been up and paid 500 for King Sora, you get a little bit of money back. And he's just a boy gets his first crystal of the seed, taking off the Armor's Knights. Alright, so now it's time for the Village of Outcast. Right, let's see. We have a Pendant Dungeon Pod, and Ice Palace is the blue pendant. So red pendant Pod and green pendant Thieves Town. It's just a boy picks up his items so he can go into the Dark World, the hammer inside of the back of escape. Ooh, the flippers inside of Skull Woods. Those will be needed this seed. I want trying to take it a little bit careful here with these mummies, guys. Mummies, they're a little bit in the way for him right now. Ooh, yeah. Not having a real weapon there, it's kind of hard to do anything with it. Right, so he's just a boy who's going to give us some new checks here. He's going to give us pyramid and maybe catfish. And looks like pyramid had nothing for us today. So nothing important on the pyramid ledge. You get green potion from Pyramid Fairy. That's always nice to know that you can refill your magic. And a piece of heart in the backside of Skullwoods. Guma is going to pay Sora 500 bucks for a little nice bottle. And Guma says, I don't want that bottle. You can enjoy that. Please enjoy it. Catfish got 10 hours for us, so yeah. Thank you, Catfish. Guma is going to pick up his items, so he's ready for Dark World. Another piece of heart inside of the C-shaped house. This seed's really throwing out those piece of hearts. Feels like everywhere right now. Three bombs from the brewery. Meh. I mean, if you're out of bombs, I guess that's pretty good. And the chess game not really giving you anything. Alright, let's dip into the Green Pendant Thieves Town. And look at that, another piece of art. Nothing of importance in the Thieves Town's front half, more than some dungeon items. Like Goomba is going to give us that catfish check and get those beautiful 10 arrows. Okay, I don't really check. What was that hint tile? I didn't really get a chance to see it. Good thing that we can dip into Thieves Town with a hammer, so you don't leave any items behind. A map requires the hammer, so it could be any right now. Ooh, for A1, taking a death from the horrible cockroaches or whatever you want to call them. Alright, Goomba will be our first runner going into Palace of Darkness. Looks also like A1 will be heading that way as well. And it looks like a red armor is going to join up me in the commentary booth any second now, so we're going to be joined by a co-commentator. And Palace of Darkness not being bow locked. Doesn't really matter this seed since we got the bow really early on. So there is most likely some items back here in Thieves Town that we didn't get to see, and of course Palace of Darkness. We're going to see some few more chests here that we haven't seen before. And I'm joined by Red Armor. Welcome.
Hello. Sorry for being late, but I had to take care of things. So I guess you're gonna have to catch me up.
Okay, so not really much have happened more than we're trying to, find our stuff. But we got a very early bow, so we're not being bow locked at all inside of Palace of Darkness. And otherwise, no sword yet. And we have 5-6 crystals inside of Flight World.
I mean, still looks pretty loaded for like 30 minutes in. So, also, I just saw Goomba picking up a hint saying that Ether is in Ice Palace. So, if that is required for Mire or Turtle Rock, whoever reads the pod hint will know.
Ooh, but that kind of Samaria is required for the seed inside of Palace of Darkness, so we might have to dip two pendant dungeons.
Oh,
if that
yeah.
either is required.
That sounds fun. From what I've seen, Thieves Town didn't have anything particularly important. But I don't think we've seen the green pendant yet. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen all the checks either inside of Thieves Town, so there might be more.
So
just wait and see.
So just the boy is. We only saw one item in TT. Thanks, chat. So that means just the boy is going to be the first to see if we're gonna have to require all 3 pendant dungeons.
Oh, that would be fun. And yeah, also we needed those flippers for the Book of Medora that is on Sora's Ledge. We do know where the book is. And the Myths is of course on Lake Hylia Island.
There's a red mail in the big chest. So that means the Mire is also going to be something that the runners will want to find ASAP.
Yeah. Krita just picked up his ice rod from the waterfall ferry.
And Goomba is trying their best in using the Samaria block as an indicator of where they are in the Dark Maze and plot here.
A good thing that he managed to pick up half magic inside of Pod.
Honestly, like his magic meter isn't even the concern here, rather than the health.
It's a good item though to move around with in the dark rooms.
Oh yeah, especially if you don't have a sword, that will help a lot.
Ooh, that's required. Thieves Town having the mirror. Oh god.
Well, so we're gonna have basically an old dungeon seed here. And there's a bottle on King Sora, apparently.
Yeah, pay 500 to just get a bottle.
And Kirito is like, just stares at the bottle and is like, really? I paid 500 for a bottle? Not even like anything in that bottle, it's just an empty bottle.
Exactly. It could at least be like a bee inside of it.
And yes, we do know Ether is in Ice Palace because we got a hint for it. So if Mire or Telerock need Ether to open it up, we know where to get that.
But at least Kirito is going to be our first runner picking up the book on Sora's Ledge.
That opens up the Desert Palace for them.
Yeah.
Not yet the
And we
back.
can read what's on, but we can read what's on the tablets as well. We can't pull any items.
That's true. I mean, Kirito would have to go up Death Mountain for that, and to get the Ether tablet, and only Just the Boy is capable of even reading the Bombos tablet yet, and they don't have the book.
And it looks like one of those seats right now.
Oh yeah, what I really like about this seat currently is that there's just so much diversion. Eovan just cleared out Eastern Palace while Kirito is checking Hype Cave. Just the Boy is going to check the Cave South of Grove, while Goomba making their way to the Dark World portal in Kakariko. So very different. Like we had Goomba in Pod, Just the Boy in Thieves Town, Eovan in Eastern, and Kirito checking Overworld checks all at the same time. So I really like when runs are so diverse, or races rather.
Oh yeah, it's started out from the beginning with a huge divergency, so it's been like this from the beginning.
And Goomba is making the plunge into Skull Woods here.
And he's going to be happy when he finds the flippers inside of this dungeon. One thing that's hurting A1 right now is that he took a death inside of Thieves Town and never went for going back and clearing it out.
Oh yeah, that is that could end up being a problem. Just the Boy about to pick up their meds. And Eovan is going to get their Cane of Samaria fairly soon as well. So that's good.
I think depending on if he's going to do the Dark Room as well, he's going to pick up Cane of Samaria and what was it now? The Half Magic?
And the Ether Hint.
Oh yeah, that as well. That one could be very important.
Yeah, that could be very valuable. I imagine that most, if not all, 4 runners are going to see that hint, since Pod Eastern is a very valuable play, even though Pod is just dependent.
And unfortunately for our runners in this case, around Pod has at least one required item.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Goomba did not go to kill Helmasaur, so I wasn't able to fully catch if they picked up the map and the compass, but if they did, then there is one more item on King Helmasaur.
I don't know if he picked up all the items, but if he's leaving one item behind, that could be, depending on what's in there, it could be huge.
It looks like Kirito is making their way up Death Mountain from the Sanctuary entrance. It makes you wonder where that lamp is hiding.
And that's a big question right now, since we don't have any way up to Death Mountain inside of the logic. Old man on the mountain giving us 10 arrows for the help that we managed to give him.
It's the remnants of his walking stick.
Oh man. I mean, I guess that makes sense if he had to hit an enemy inside of the dark.
Yeah, maybe he was
cave.
he was trying to get rid of some of those keys. Not a bottle on top, speckle rock here. And yes, we can clear the front part of Desert Palace. We do not have a fire source yet to clear the back part, and we also don't know if the Desert Palace is going to be boots locked.
Yeah, that's another thing we don't know.
And yeah, I really like the Minish Link sprite as well, chat. But yeah, Deserts has 2 items, so that might be something that some of the runners might want to check out.
I think we're going to get one check sooner or later. It all depends if we find the flute, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless it's like super evil and put the flute on the torch inside of Desert Palace.
All right, so Goomba is not bailing out after checking the front part of Thieves Town here. We'll get the mirror once they clear out the line. And Red Mill as well, while we're at it.
Always nice to have a red mail. Makes it hard death warp either, but you know.
Well, there's that hint you missed earlier.
Yep.
Map requiring a hammer, very very useful. And looks like Just the Boy opts to make the trek to Tower of Hera here. Of course, without a fire source, we cannot clear the basement. So if the basement, the tile room holds anything, we can't get there. We also can, of course, with hammer, we can go to the east side of the mountain. So that's another 5 items. And also, Just the Boy has the mid, so can also do Dark Death Mountain. At least the.
You can check out what's required medallion for Turok.
Yeah. Turok Medallion and Super Bunny Cave. And also can do, if there's something on a floating island, can pick that up as well. And just some love on the Ether Tablet.
And I do believe that A1 just showed us that there's no more item in Thieves Town. Ooh, unique items in Turtle Rock.
Well, I do think did we see the single arrow yet?
Yep.
Okay,
inside of let's see, it was inside of Hype Cave.
Ah, okay. And Hera, well, big key is in the basement.
Yay.
But yeah, that unique item can be. Well, there's a lot of things it can be.
It could be that flute, but there's a first sword on the floating island.
Oh yeah, that Just a Boy will definitely pick that up while checking the Dark Death Mountain checks. But yeah, it can be as Chet points out, it can be the bug net, or it could be, I don't know, the cape, the lamp,
Flute, boots.
Oh yeah, just about everything. The blue boomerang also counts as a unique item, so could be that too.
And bombos is
bombos.
required. So we're not going to think about that ether medallion for at last. Well, maybe for Mire, but it will take a while before we can check that.
Mm-hmm. And without boots or hookshot, of course, we can't get any of these chests here. So Just a Boy will just have to skip them for now and pick up the sword.
And Goomba getting his mirror here and the green pendant that we don't know if it actually has an item.
Yeah, Irvan has not cleared Thief's Town yet, but has done Pod and Eastern. Goomba already has been to the Pod and Eastern area as well, cleared Eastern there, and picked up the Pod items that they wanted to. And so I pretty much isolated Sahasrara there. And without a flute, it's quite a trek going there.
Yeah, I don't think we will see that for a very long time. And Super Bunny Cave completely empty. It's just a piece of art and 3 bombs.
Honestly, I think that Just a Boy might steer towards Pod Eastern after clearing out what they can on Death Mountain here.
I mean, it makes sense, so it might be something we will see. But for Goomba clearing out the whole part there, I don't think we will see it from here for quite some time.
Yeah, I would say like Just a Boy has the highest item, and Just a Boy forgets that they picked up the sword now. After so long without a sword, you know. But yeah, Just a Boy like has the highest item density, can deliver the green pendant. Oh, has cleared Eastern already. I didn't even see that, but has not done Pod yet.
Ooh, there's the hook shot in Spiral Cave. Alright.
And it looks like Eovan is making their way to the Desert Palace.
Oh, well, there's another sword.
That's 2 swords in plain sight.
Would be pretty fun to get that hint right now. A sword is in plain sight, and we have 2 in plain sight.
Of course, in order to even beat Ganon, we need at least the Master Sword. It's level 2.
Alright, moment of truth is here for A1 is Desert Palace boots locked.
And moment of truth here also for Just a Boy, is there anything of value in Paradox Cave? The bottom or top, depending on how you look at it, was pretty much empty. And there's a loaded item for you. Level 2 shield, but more importantly, a mushroom. Would you like to do a fetch quest?
I mean, we already have done one, so why not?
And with the hookshot in tow, Just a Boy was like, you know what? I already up here, I might as well pick up Hookshot Cave real quick.
And why not? It's like he still has his portal, so it's just going in for quick items. I'm going to guess that A1 checked the torch and it was boots locked. Ooh, there's the powder.
Well, I guess we don't have to do a fake powder glitch on Just a Boy's side here.
And the flute!
Ooh, yeah, okay, so a valuable trip to Kakariko ahead of us. So we can activate the flute, we can do the powder, we can flute to 2 and deliver the mushroom.
Okay, so then this is my question to you. Where is that lamp to give us the logic to go up to that mountain?
I have no idea. Swamp Palace, maybe?
That could be. And we're getting that green pendant check, and it's 5 rupees.
Yeah, could be Ice Palace as well. Chat is pointing that out correctly.
But that was pretty good Death Mountain after all.
Yeah. Started out kind of like, it's alright, and then Spiral Cave had Hookshot, and then suddenly we're rolling items. Granted, like half of them are fetch quest items, but and
Well,
looks like Just the Boy is not checking the bat just now.
he wants to know if ether is required or not.
Yeah, plus pick up those free items from the Mire shed and the checkerboard cave. Oh, it's bombos.
Ether is not required.
Of course, it doesn't mean Ice Palace might not be required. There still might be an item in there. Could be the Fire Rod. Could be the boots.
Talking about a unique item that's not going to be in Turret Rock, that bug nut.
Good old Swagnat.
Okay, so A1 is going back into a Thieves Tunnel with a sword in hand, so it's going to be able to pull this off much more easily.
Oh yeah. Having a sword against Blind, and Cane of Samaria too, will make that fight a lot easier. And looks like Just the Boy will opt to Agina with a portal and then backdoor into Desert Palace.
Good routing. Just check out everything here in desert area and in the Mire area.
Yeah. The powder chat was in the Hookshot cave, I believe. And the mushroom was in Paradox Cave. So, Just the Boy, having cleared out Death Mountain, found all of these items. And Goomba will probably pick them up very soon as well.
So this seed is pretty interesting. We cannot finish off, for example, Tower of Hera at all right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that lamp, or Fire Rod, depending on which one we are gonna find first, blocking a lot of progression for us, or at least crystal completion, since we can't do Desert, Hera, or Swamp Palace without it. And Turtle Rock neither, of course.
Yeah.
That is a great hint to find for Just the Boy and Goomba. Whenever Goomba comes to Desert Palace there. The only one who will benefit from this is gonna be Aeron, because they went to Desert first. And know that Tau Hera, Vicky will be in the basement, but everybody else will find that hint later.
It's just like the game is giving you like the big finger there, like, here, take this one. But it looks like he's just the boy's going to open up Mire. Doesn't have Cane of Samara, what I know of.
Yeah, no Cane of Samaria and no Fire Source in case we have to go to the left side, so cannot complete this. Might just open it up, for opening it up, but I don't know, it goes inside, okay.
I mean, your lamp could be in here.
Oh yeah,
No,
could be.
it can't be in here.
No,
Sorry,
it can't.
the flute was. Yeah.
Yeah, the flute, the lamp can't be in here, but the fire rod could be, or the boots.
Ooh, some nice boots would be pretty sweet to have. But A1 finally gets his mirror, gets some revenge on Thieves Town. A bit interesting to see that He's Just a Boy goes into Mire before, for example, Swamp Palace.
Yeah, I mean, they have all the items they need to clear Swamp Palace. Now that they have found the hook shot. And that is a very high item density as well. 6 items in that dungeon.
Maybe just want to get to find a hint about the left side of Swamp.
And Eowyn picking up their mitts, while Kirito was about to head into the eastern area, but turned around.
He might turn in the mushroom now. It looks like he's heading to the witch.
Yeah. Alright, so just a boy trying to clear out all the Mara chests that they can. Have only found basically small keys and the map in the bridge chest so far as I saw.
Yeah, there's not much stuff to do inside of this dungeon when you don't have a fire source.
Yeah.
Or Cane of Mario to manage to beat the dungeon, and there's the
Well,
compass as well.
That means that, for one, the big key is going to be on the firelocked side. And I don't think we found any items in Mire.
No items at all in Mazer Mire, so
So we're missing the 2 items plus the big key. All of which could be... Well, the big key has to be on the firelocked side, and then the second, or the 2 items basically are firelocked as well, because we need the big key to progress through, to get the big chest or to get to the boss. So. Mire a bust.
yeah, Mire is surely a bust.
And looks like Just a Boy thinking similarly to me about how the item density in Swamp Palace is actually very alluring now.
Again, we have all the items to manage to clear out the whole dungeon, so it makes sense to go in here. Since we don't have any fire source, we can't finish off Skull Woods or Desert Palace and Mire.
Well, for Desert Palace, we would need boots as well, though. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the boots. I don't think our runners want to go into Ice Palace right now.
Oh yeah, Bombos Ice Palace. Yeesh. And Pendant Ice Palace, no less. So.
Yeah.
And we already know one of the 3 items in there as well, so that's like 2 items in essence.
Well, if the lamp or fire rod is not in here, it could be that Ice Palace.
Well, that's one of the 6 items.
Alright, good. Goomba get his flute activated. Looks like Kirito is finally going to get his mitts. Looks like Goomba is going to do the same thing that He's Just a Boy's doing right now.
Alright, we found a compass. That means there is likely going to be an item either in the big chest or on the left side.
And it looks like He's Just a Boy's going to take that gamble and skip on left side for now, at least.
With this many items missing, I'm not sure I'd agree with this.
Well, maybe he goes back in.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I suppose. And yeah, as Jet is pointing that out as well, technically the back part is out of logic because we found the hookshot on Death Mountain. So at least the lamp cannot be on here.
Oh, that's true. There's a big key though. So that makes that big chest out of logic.
Mm-hmm.
This is a weird seed. There's another item. That piece of art.
If Argos is holding, I think it was the map that we're missing still out of the dungeon items, then there are a lot more items in the front. Then all three items that are left over are in the big chest and the left side. But at least 2 items already guaranteed on left side plus big chest.
Gotta love that left side of swamp.
Let's see if Goomba is gonna go straight for left side or skip out on it for now as well, just like Just the Boy is doing.
I think Goomba might go to left side.
And Argus is gonna take a single silver arrow to the face and die.
That's big 20.
Yeah, okay, so that means there's 2 items left in the big chest and the left side checks. And the third one is gonna be the map.
Probably going to end up with being the map in the big chest just to make them really force that left side.
Okay, Just the Boy is going back in.
Yeah, there's just too many items in here, and there gotta be an item in here that can make them progress. Otherwise, they need to dip into Ice Palace.
Yeah, it's at this point like 2 items, and we're still missing a whole bunch of items.
And we have to keep in mind as well, we don't have the hook. Shouldn't have the hook shot right now, so we would have to dip into Ice Palace without the hook shot.
Which means that the right part of Ice Palace would be blocked off.
And of course, burn the witch. It's pretty nice when you have that feeling that it will be the map in the big chest.
Oh, looks like Kirito is doing the Smith Chain. We don't think we've seen the Hammer Pegs yet. That had the 3rd shield upgrade.
Ooh, we got a riot shield if we want to actually have it.
Oops, sorry, that was an internet hiccup on my end there.
It'd be interesting to see what the purple chest have for us, because we haven't seen these checks at all. Okay, left side of swamp, 2 items. Let's see what it will be.
If it's gonna be the lamp, I'm gonna laugh.
What did you say about that lamp? So in this logic, it will have to be a double dip of Swamp Palace.
Yeah, if our runners didn't logic break that mountain, they would have had to double dip Swamp Palace. That's true. And Bombus Tablet, Fire Rod.
Oh my god. Okay, so we only need the boots.
Yep. And we know that is our Gomod item.
Well, for he's just a boy, he needs to go into pod. And I don't think he's going to do it.
Yeah.
He's holding off pod. And it's going to cost him, because this is double dip and it's going to end up with a triple dip.
That is true, and Misery Mire, like the first few rooms, do take a decent amount of time because of this particular room with the whiz ropes and the popos.
Oh. That unique item in Turtle Rock, could that be our boots?
That is true, yeah. If it could be this seed's boots hint as well.
Because we basically the only unique item we have left that we haven't seen is the cape.
Yeah.
Because we know where Ether is.
Yeah, you're right. And we have collected all the other items that count as unique items. So it has to be either the boots or the cape in Turtle Rock. Possibly even both.
I mean, with it, yeah. I mean, there are so many chests in Turtle Rock.
I guess just the boy is just really hoping that Mire has something.
I am not sure, but I don't think we have seen the let's see, Skull Woods. I think we only found 1 item. I'm not sure anymore.
Well, at least we know that the Bonk Rocks won't have anything.
Oh, I just realized Goomba is going to he skipped out on left side of Swamp.
Oh, yeah, that is unfortunate.
And he doesn't have the book, so he can't get the Fire Rod. Oh boy.
And there's at least one
That's
of the
the
items.
only item? Yeah, so that there's going to be an item on the Vitreous.
The hand could very well be the boots.
Oh, that would just be lovely to have the boots placed on Vitreous.
Looks like Just the Boy finally is going to go into pod. We'll probably also deliver the green pendant on the way there.
And this is the play he needs to do to get that cane, and I think he's going to beat himself up because you will know this is a triple dip of Misery Mire.
Mm-hmm. Well, at the very least, at this point, Just the Boy will just have to walk up to Vitreous.
Oh yeah,
Doesn't have to worry about any pushing any switches or that kind of jazz.
My main question is, when will Goomba go back to Sora?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's not really all that many more options left for Goomba. We'll have to do either dip back into Left Side Swamp or go to the Zora area.
And unfortunately, Kirito has forfeited. But this is very... So... A1 is going to go left side of Swamp. So he will get the lamp. And then probably, maybe, the Fire Rod if he checks the Bombus Tablet. But we have two runners that's in a weird position right now. Well, he's just boy's going to get his cane at least, but Goomba is... I don't know what Goomba is doing right now.
I think maybe Goomba is going to try and do the Smith Chain plus Bat.
I mean, that makes sense. He can do it. But where are the boots? Is it Turn Rock after all? Goomba was seeing that riot shield and be like, nope, I don't need you.
Goomba opts to not pick up the lag shield. Just the Boy picks up the ether and knows, okay, well, I don't have to worry about that now.
But he could be worried. Well, there is one possibility that he still needs to go into Ice Palace, maybe for the boots. Unless Vitreous got the boots.
Honestly, I see Just the Boy probably opting to go to Turtle Rock before going to do Ice Palace.
Yeah, that's true.
Since that is Crystal Dungeon, go modding Turtle Rock doesn't save all that much time. And we know there's a unique item in there, so...
I mean, that unique item could just be the cape after all, so...
Of course.
I mean, with the layout of this seed, it wouldn't surprise me one bit.
It looks like Goomba is going to deliver the purple chest. I don't think we've seen that one yet.
I don't know. And I think he's just boys thinking like you're doing right now. Go and check out Turtle Rock and see what the unique item is.
Convenient magic refill. Just some lunch money in the lunchbox.
I mean, I wouldn't say no. Oh, Goomba going for that Ice Palace play, I think. Or
Ooh.
maybe goes up to and grabs the book. And no,
No,
it's
yeah.
just straight in. Oh.
Yeah, Goomba might be thinking Ice Palace has 3 items and a lot of hints, and maybe one of these items will help me, but unless it's the boots, yeah.
Well, thank you, game. I gotta say, it feels a bit of weird to see our track. Well, thank you, game. I'm like,
Well,
oh my god.
if any of our runners had opened up Trail Rock and went in to just check the hint, that they all had bubbles, they all had the opportunity to do it. They all could have known this.
If you okay, so if let's say he doesn't find anything in here, Goomba, and he goes out Turok because he can go into Turok. What do you think he will beat himself up when he sees that the lamp was in the left side of Swamp?
I mean, Goomba would. I don't know. Yeah, probably. Goomba already cleared Swamp, so yeah, might be possible that they will go to Turtle Rock first before doing left side Swamp, but geez, yeah, man.
Well, they hints right now in Ice Palace. Well,
And there is the boots.
1
1
hour,
hour.
11 minutes, 52 seconds. He's just a boy. Is in go mode. So this puts He's Just a Boy in a very good spot. Alright, so He's Just a Boy got the boots now, so dashing through desert, dashing through mire, pretty easy now.
It looks like Ivan is going to do Mire now.
Yeah, and he can full clear it.
Yeah. So we're gonna see what Vitreous holds for us today.
And there's the Ether Medallion.
I think we already seen 2 of the items in Ice Palace with the Ether Medallion and 3 bombs that Google picked up earlier.
That last item could very well be on Cold Stare.
Alright, coming up here on Crystal Roller Room. Let's see if we have to pick up the Manila Big Feet chest. Looks like it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry. We're already past that. I always keep mistaking the crystal roller room with the chain jump room with that one chest.
Hey, it's not easy with the layout of Turok. Well, there's the last item in Ice Palace, a bottle with red goo.
Well, that's our 4th bottle. I think we've found everything except the remaining sword upgrades now. We've seen
Yeah,
every other item.
Yeah, it's every item except the cape as well.
Oh yeah, the cape, that's true. So we've seen... Yeah, we've seen everything else. That's pretty neat. And as usual, Turtle Rock Laser Bridge key is in the very last chest.
Is this even randomized? Goomba is going back to Swamp Palace.
Yeah. Honestly, without Fire Rod, that's probably a better pick anyway, because it's very likely you'll be Fire Rod locked in Turtle Rock.
I don't think he's going to be very happy now.
Oh yeah, but at this point, Goomba knows that there has to be an item. Also, side note, the book was required this seed because we did need it for the Fire Rod.
Yeah, so when will Goomba pick up that book, though? That's another good question. Because he will get his Fire Rod, can clear out Tower of Hera and Mire, and yeah. I mean, he can open up. He can finish off Turtle Rock, but still, no, he can't. He needs, well... Wait a second here. He needs the book for the Fire Rod, so he cannot get the boots.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The boots are indeed on the Fire Rod locked side of TR. So even though technically Goomba could proceed through TR, they have to. That I think the big key and the boots were in the Fire Rod locked chest. So.
And he's just a boy getting that last hit with the Fire Rod on the last head on Trinex with the last shot of magic left.
And down goes Trinex.
So the only important item inside of Turtle Rock this time around was the boots, nothing else.
And that crystal.
Well, of course the crystal.
Alright, so Goomba will be getting their lamp soon. Meanwhile, we're gonna see Aeon on their way to Vitreous, and Just the Boy hot on their heels. Just the Boy will just need to go through the backside of Misery Mire here, since they already cleared it.
I don't think he's Just a Boy is going to be so very happy since he had to triple dip this dungeon.
Oh yeah.
It's always that Palace of Darkness, but then when it's a pendant dungeon, it always has an item. At least it feels like it.
And just big 20 on Vitreous. So that I think both items in Mire were the big 20s.
Yeah, that's correct. So we 40 rupees in total. Very good dungeon. The worst part right now for Goomba, though, he still needs the book.
Yeah. I assume that Goomba will likely clear out most of the dungeons they can. Desert and Mire, probably. Maybe even Tower of Hera before even going to Zora.
He needs... you can go in and check out the first chest, at least, in Desert Palace, but he cannot clear it out.
Yeah. Now, where is Aeon going? Ah, Smith Chain, probably. Or Hammer Pegs, or something. Smith Chain.
I'm still looking for that fire rod.
Yeah. Airvan does have the items needed to get it, but has not checked the bombs tablet even after clearing Swarm. Good old slow pegs. And Airvan, the only runner on the race from here, opting to pick up the Mire Shield.
I mean, it's the best shield in the game. So they say, at least.
I mean, gives you some lag frames on Ganon if you really want to.
Put on some Cane of Burn as well.
while shooting some silver arrows or red boomerang, I guess.
Yeah, especially the boomerang.
Yeah. Alright, so we're finally gonna see what Desert holds for us. At least until we find a big key.
Yeah, right now it looks like we're going to do silver spins, not silver spins, master sword spins on Ganon.
Honestly, we've cleared so much and seen so much as a big key that honestly, if I were just a boy, I probably would have picked up the chest in the hope that that might have been a sword upgrade, because already was there. But you know, anyway, there's a good likelihood that one of the sword upgrades is in Ganon's tower at least. So.
Last chest before Aganon.
Could be. I've seen a sword upgrade there. I've seen someone win a race because of the tempered sword being in there.
And this is one heck of a fast fight for Goomba on Vitreous.
Yeah, silver arrows take out each of the small eyes with one shot, and 2 silver arrows to Vitreous' big eyeball are enough to take him down. Fun fact, other than Ganon, Vitreous is the only enemy in the game that can take damage from arrows and takes more than 1 silver arrow.
Okay, so Goomba went straight to Vitreous and skipped out on 1 or 2 chests.
Yeah, timing those timing arrow shots with Lamolas can be a bit rough. There's the map. That means I think the big chest and the cannonball room hold the 2 items the desert would have. If I'm not mistaken.
I think that's actually correct. I'd never really count items in Desert Palace.
Yeah, there's 2 items. I just forgot what was in the lobby room with the Igors.
I think that was a big 20.
Oh, it was a big 20? Okay, then it's 1 item, either in the big chest or in the cannonball. Alright. Fair.
Ooh, Goomba, are you going for Hera? I think he's going for Hera right now.
Yeah, Hera, and maybe see if Turtle Rock is Fire Rod locked afterwards. Either way, Eovan picks up the Fire Rod.
Just needs to pick up those boots in Turtle Rock. And he will be in go mode as well.
And go straight to Death Mountain. Will do either Top Hera or Turtle Rock. Picks up the hook shot, so we'll go over to Turtle Rock first. And that's actually very smart because there is a unique item in Turtle Rock from the hint tiles, and It can only be, and we also know that Ether is an ice palette, so it can only be for Eovan. Can only be King of Berna, boots or cape, and you know,
Yeah, I don't think he. I think somewhere in his mind it's going to be the boots. Somewhere in his mind it's going to be like, yeah, we're going for it. It's going to be the boots.
yeah. Also, on top of that, Eovan also can full clear Turtle Rock, so this makes a lot of sense. It's 6 potential items with the Mimic Cave that can be in Turtle Rock. So
Well, yeah, we never saw a hint about Mimic Cave this seed, I think.
yeah, we have not seen a Mimic Cave hint, nor did Just the Boy pick it up when they were in Turtle Rock.
Huh, maybe there's one of our sorted locations then.
Could be, yeah.
Ooh, that would be nice. We haven't seen Spy Cave either, so that would be a fun place to put another sword. So
And Mothula goes down.
with a map.
We are gonna have some moth burrito.
That didn't really sound very tasty, so no thanks. You can keep those for yourself.
Man, I wonder how Goomba is gonna feel with that rock hint.
I don't think he's going to be very happy.
We actually do see what the catfish has for us. Some arrows with a grumpy fish.
Yep.
So,
all of our runners actually picked up the 10 arrows.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that must have happened when I wasn't there yet.
Yeah, it was like the first thing all of our runners did in the beginning. So that was another one of those good hints, like, yeah, we already knew that. Thank you.
And Irwan just about going to pick up their boots very soon here. Looping Go mode.
And he's just a boy, only one dungeon left, and it's going to go fast.
Yeah.
Or at least as fast as it can be, since you need to do the basement. That's Goomba's 5th crystal since he took down Misery Mire and Tower Farah.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're getting that Spy Cave check now.
Well, it could spell it's not what Goomba is looking for, but it could end up being useful at least.
Unless, like, it's the cape.
It's most likely going to be trash, but yeah.
I mean, would you really call 300 rupees trash?
When I already have like 1,000, yeah.
I mean, you can always get more rich in this seed, right? Ooh, Goomba is going back to Pod.
Yeah, at this point, Bombos Tablet is so isolated, and Zora as well. The Zora area and Bombos Tablet are so isolated for Goomba that, yeah.
So at this point, they did actually leave one item behind in Pod.
Did Goomba ever go to Zora, like the Zora area?
Yep, he did it like very early on. when he didn't have the flippers.
Oh, yeah, okay. So what I think probably happened here is that Goomba might have marked the Zora Ledge as, on like their personal tracker, the Zora Ledge as done, and forgot that the book is on there.
And that's going to hurt him. Okay, so Goomba never cleared Ice Palace, right? Like, he never went to Cold Stare.
Does only have the green pendant, so no, did not go to Gold Stair.
Alright, so I was just thinking, since he's going to King Helmet's right now, so they don't think it's like a pet seed.
Yeah.
Alright. 7th Christopher, he's just a boy, and I think you know what we're going to do now, right?
Yeah, we're gonna hurry up though, because he's just gonna walk over to the TR portal, or I think he even went already to the TR portal. He's just gonna walk out the door and through the portal to enter Ganon's tower. So, real quick, 32 locations in Ganon's basement. One of these has the big key. We like to play a guessing game to see where it is. Put your number in now, chat, and we're gonna end like in a second here. Where do you think it is gonna be, Alex?
Tile room, and where do you think it will be?
I'm gonna say Bob's chest. Whenever I do commentary, I like Bob's chest the most. Meekin's box has probably the best guess though. Long Range seems very likely. Yeah.
Well, it's not number 1 on the torch, so...
Yeah. It was an interesting strat here. Justin Boy may actually opt to the Dark Magician strat because they skipped doing the Hope Room. Well, there's the cape.
Well, number 4.
Number 4. Let's see here who came the closest. Look for
Crazy Crocodile.
Crazy Crocodile. You gain as a reward not only our admiration, but you also get a coupon to Cold Stairs Creamery, 10% off for any ice cream of your desires.
That sounds delicious, by the way.
Well, I mean, it is Cold Stairs Creamery, so you know. Oh, and Goomba is going back into Ice Palace, so Goomba, maybe Goomba is after that ice cream too.
He's going for ice cream.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. There is absolutely nothing that Goomba can get out of either Cold Stair or the pedestal that could lead them anywhere.
I mean, it won't lead him to the fire rod, but it might lead him to a new sword. So,
I mean, yeah, but at this point, it won't even matter that much.
I mean, would you say no to a tempered sword?
No, but like at least in regards to the restrained runners, tempered sword won't make much of a difference anymore. I think at this point.
I guess that's true. Like I say, he as a boy, he have played this seed very well.
And Morgan bringing up a very good pun that I didn't even think of: ice cream with Cold Stare.
Ha ha ha.
Yep.
Well, We have seen in all this seed pretty much, except Aghanim 1, but we're going to get a Pedpole, blind Pedpole.
Well, let's see if it's at least the vanilla sort of raid there. I mean, for Goomba, it won't be the vanilla master sort, but still sort of raid. Maybe. We don't know, actually. Could also be, I don't know, more likely to be bombs or arrows or some cash. Alright, so just a boy coming up to the end of the gauntlet here. Is going to check these chests here to see maybe they can find a tempered sword. No such luck so far. There's still 2 checks though.
Nice hammer fight on Cold Stare.
Oh, smart. Since Just a Boy does have enough health to that one fairy fills them up, they pull out that bug net and keep one for later on. But again, in fight.
And this one thing you don't see that often, hammer strats on Trolldorn 2. Okay, so get your head hype up, chat.
Alright, so sadly no sword upgrade for Just a Boy here on the top of the tower, so we'll have to go into the fight with just the Master Sword. And Eowyn likely as well. So that raises the question, where would have been those sword upgrades?
Probably somewhere where the boot is hiding them, like King's Tomb and Monk Rocks.
Well, we saw Bonk Rocks was just trash.
Oh,
so,
we did. Okay.
Yeah, we got a hint for that. So
okay,
the only
pedestal.
Pedestal could have it. Could be more in. Yeah, just Couch Cash. But yeah, okay. So those remaining 2 sword upgrades. Mimic Cave we've never seen.
Yeah, honestly, I think one sword will be in Mimic Cave.
Yeah, Mimic Cave or the rest of Ganon's basement. And that's, I think, everything we've seen.
Okay, Goomba, where will you go now? Did we see Graveyard Ledge at all?
Oh yeah, that could be. And yeah, Kingston we've not seen either. Did any of the runners check the Lumberjack Ledge?
Yeah, that was a hard container.
Okay. It's like deja vu all over again. I mean, yeah, we've been here before, Ganon. So
it looks like we never actually defeat him, if you think about it.
Yeah, this is like a time loop. Alright, so let's see what the Graveyard Ledge holds for us today.
I mean, we know where the cape is and all that stuff, so it gotta be a sword somewhere.
Yeah, I mean...
Well... There's tempered sword.
Wow. Okay. And looks like Goomba has opted to also forfeit from the race, unfortunately.
I mean, I can't really blame him looking for that last location of a fire rod.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the book, like, honestly, I assume that on their personal tracker they marked Sorrowledge as checked, and then forgot about the book being there. That's like literally the only the only way I can think this might have happened.
Yeah. Do you He's just a boy. Do he have a magic in a bottle?
I think there might be a blue goo, but I'm not sure. Or actually, maybe a green goo picked up. But I might have mistaken that. And meanwhile, Aovan is making their way over to Chao Hera, also their last dungeon.
Oh, so close to a double.
That's unfortunate. Also did not get the torch glitch.
And he's so low right now on magic.
I think can do one more set and then is out of magic. Yeah.
And that's enough. Get your GGs in chat for he's just a boy.
GG's to Just a Boy. Finishing here in 4th place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 19 seconds. GG's.
That's one good time when you think about that triple dip in Mire.
Oh yeah. They finished first here on the restream, 4th overall as mentioned. Ahead of them finished Lunchtime ATH with an official SRL time of 1 hour 36 19 seconds. Second, Illus 24. Third, Frostbite 3030. And that's it for now.
We are actually joined by Goomba.
And Just a Boy as well. GG's Goomba and Just a Boy.
GG's.
Congratulations on finishing first on a restream and 4th in overall.
Alright. Was the fire on Turtle Rock or was it on a tablet?
It wasn't Bob's tablet.
Yeah. Figures. I was not going back for that book. It just wasn't happening.
Yeah.
All right. So we figured that maybe you forgot about the book actually being there, but if
I was fully aware it was there. I was just trying very hard to pretend it wasn't.
Okay, that's fair.
It's okay. I triple dipped Mire because I was sure there was going to be something in there.
I double dipped it because I went in once without a fire sword because I skipped left side swamp and then I couldn't get the big key and. Well, I guess technically I triple dipped it since when I came back I just killed Vitrios and then went back in again for the big chest.
Yep.
So he's just a boy. How did you feel about this seed of yours?
I mean, I felt like my execution was subpar, but I haven't really been playing a whole lot lately. The seed, I could see how it was mean, but I just stumbled across everything I felt like I needed. Made a couple bad decisions, but it just, like, everywhere I went, I was like, oh, that really worked out. Like, I didn't even see what the item was on the island, and I just mirrored to it and got Titan's Mitts. Then went up after and did Zora, got the book. Yeah, I would have liked another sword, but felt like we were sword.
So Goomba actually did find a third sword in Graveyard Lich. We have no idea where the 4th sword is. We assume that's either going to be in King's Tomb or somewhere in Ganon's Space.
Yeah, I was expecting Ganon's Tower, but that early big key made things pretty nice.
Yeah, that was actually pretty clutch on your end with the Ganon fight as well, because you were out of magic then.
Yeah, I knew, I was like, I'm going to use my cape, but I have to be careful here. And yeah, I was trying to do the setup to hit him in the middle, but for some reason can't hold out your sword and use your lamp and keep your spin. Didn't realize that. Kind of made things pretty awkward. but barely made it through. I don't think I was able to light the torches again.
Yeah, yeah. You could have, I think, lit one torch, but not both.
Didn't you also have a really clutch fight with Trinex?
Yes, my magic was also tightened there. I probably should have bought potions. My fiance just started playing this game recently, and the one thing I harass her to always do is buy potions so she doesn't die. And yeah, I feel like she'll book me for this one.
Do you want some extra salt for that wound?
Sure.
Half magic was in pot, and you missed it.
Oh, whatever. I told myself if I found the boots, I would probably stick around. But if I found the cane, I was out of there with the unique item hint in Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just assuming the boots were in Turtle Rock the entire time, which I assumed they were.
Yeah, they were in the fire rod room.
Without a fire rod, kind of hard to get in there, you know? Kind of hard to do things.
I mean, as far as I remember, the spike chest had key, and like the fire rod locked room had like the big key and the boots. So technically, you could have gotten pretty far into the rock.
Great. Right.
I don't think you would enjoy the hint inside of Turtle Rock.
Oh yeah, that hint.
I'm kind of upset that I missed it because I wanted to go in Turtle Rock, but I didn't have a sword, and I was like, but I see a sword, but I'm not going back to open it just for a hint. And yeah, it would have been nice to know the lamp was there earlier.
I mean, I knew the lamp was in Left Side Swamp. Like when it wasn't at Blacksmith's, it had to be Left Side Swamp. There was nowhere else it could be.
I guess.
At that point. But I went back for it because I figured, okay, maybe the fire rod's fire locked in Misery Mire. Maybe that's what's going on.
Yeah.
It was a pretty special see this one.
My timers.
Yeah, I'm going back to Crossroad Key Sanity where I don't make one mistake like that and lose 20 minutes. That'll be nice.
I mean, you did say in the race room earlier on that you were 6 since you didn't do cross keys and you did do it
like,
open, so you.
I think I've played 2 seeds in the past like 3 weeks that weren't cross keys. And yeah, they went about as well as this one. Well, I had one that went pretty well yesterday, I guess. But
yeah, I can imagine with cross keys basically being the main mode you've been playing, that like thought process is a bit different in how to approach things, and just like the muscle memory and everything.
At least I didn't walk into random houses constantly. But yeah, like with the cross keys tourney coming up, I've just been playing that a bunch, so haven't really played any other modes, and it shows because I'm not in the mindset for it, and I keep pulling out results like this. But oh well.
Do you guys have any other like final thoughts about the whole race? Or...
Not really. That seed went terribly. What more can I say?
Yeah, no, I think I got most of it off my chest. Just happy to be here racing. I had an early day at work and I had time to squeeze this in, so.
Well, definitely good having you here, both of you. And honestly, Goomba, except for that thing with the book, you did pretty well as well. Like, solid execution overall, as from what I've seen.
I definitely didn't expect to see Goomba finishing, or at least forfeiting, but not finishing in front of me. So as I was in GT, I was like, what the heck? Where the hell is he?
Look, man, I can screw up too sometimes.
Yeah, that's the best of us. I can see how that book would have done that to you. I was pretty close to wanting to fake flipper and get that stuff out of the way, and
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
usually
wouldn't have went back for it
don't
either.
fake flipper, but of course, the one time I do, I get punished in the worst possible way with a fetch quest item on Zora that's actually required.
And boots so deep in the seed that you can't even try and store it
Yeah.
if you wanted to go back early.
Yeah, by the time just the boy, by the time you found the boots, it could have from what we've like seen across the various streams, it could have only been those or the cape at the end there, and of course we we ended up finding the cape in Ganon's basement as well. So
Yep, that was pretty convenient.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I had that unique item hint for Turtle Rock, and with how many hints I had read, and not having gotten a more explicit boots hint, I just assumed that was it.
also really quick here, since Avon just finished Aghanim 2, that was a very clean Aghanim 2 with the triple in there. That was pretty spiffy.
He's been doing a pretty solid run, A1.
Mm-hmm.
It's finally up against Ganon now.
Yeah, that fire rod was a wrench in his works as well. He's doing very well here.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, it's fine. Thank you for joining us, Scuba, and GG's again. Sorry about it not working out, but you did your best.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop out here. Thanks for having me. Sorry I couldn't finish, but nah.
It's fine.
I'm just not doing that. After pulling the pedestal for a big 20 and having to walk back to Sorrelets to get a book and go for a 50-50 for a fetch quest so I can do Turtle Rock and finish 20 minutes behind. Nah, I'm not feeling that.
Well, at least you gave us the pedestal.
Yeah, Chet was very happy about that.
So yeah, thanks for featuring me and all that. I'll see you around for some more rando.
Take care. But before you go, next time I'm expecting a Goomba sprite from you, okay?
Oh jeez, this again. But Marissa though, she's so cute. All right.
All right.
I'm really gonna leave. Thank you.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Take care.
I'm probably gonna step out too. I'll let Avion come in here and do their talking after this.
All right. Thank you for joining us as well, Just the Boy, and GG's again.
Yeah, thank you.
GG's.
Thank you for the commentary, the restream. I'm gonna watch it back. I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
All right. Take care then. And just the boy finishes our chat here, Eovan is in phase 4 of Ganon here. Has half magic, although not the torch glitch, but has half magic, so we'll have a little easier time with this.
We'll have a little bit more of magic to fight this off.
Yeah, just doesn't have to worry as much about the torches.
Got the torches a little bit out of sync here.
Yeah, unless of course Ganon decides to body block him. So yeah, has smart to wait for the second torch to go out, so to resync them.
I think you got a silverless hit in there, like spin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was arrow number 3 if I counted correctly. So we're almost done here.
There we go. And this should be the final hit, and it is. Get your GGs in chat for A1.
GG's to Aoman. Crosses the bridge and finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour 54 minutes and 42 seconds in 11th place overall. Between Just a Boy and him have been Corey in 5th, Maligord in 6th, Macon X in 7th, Justin C in 8th, Lin in 9th, Haunted Quest in 10th, and just a few seconds afterwards, after Aovan finishes, Hayfield Bay in 12th place. So,
And that was pretty close between those two.
yeah. GG's to all of the runners here. And it looks like Aovan is joining us here for a little chat. GG's and congratulations on your 11th place.
GG's.
Thanks. That was something.
Yeah, that wow, yeah, it really was. So
What
that
did you think
fire rod,
about the fire rod?
yeah, that fire rod. I was gonna ask, that fire rod has led you quite astray, didn't it?
So initially, like after I finished Swamp Palace, I thought of going to do the tablet real quick, but then I was like, well, I'll just do it when I do the rest of the blacksmith sequence, right? And that kind of, bit me a little bit.
Yeah, that was the item that was the most trolliest this seed around. So you can at least feel a little bit good that you're not the only one that had a little issue with finding the fire rod.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I made a lot of mistakes. I don't know. It was fun though. It was a good time.
So out of curiosity, when you were up on Death Mountain, did you think about going into Turtle Rock and picking up that one hint, even though you didn't have the fire rod?
I had the hint that said that there was something in Turtle Rock, but it was going through my head. I was like, the fire rod could be in that first chest, but the chances of that are really, really low.
Oh no! I meant regarding the Swamp Palace hint. Did you think about picking up that hint, like the hint temple in the entrance of Turtle Rock, that ended up being the Swamp Palace hint where the lamp was?
Oh, I thought about it, but kind of along the same lines with the fire rod, where I just didn't. I decided not to for some reason.
Right. Yeah. The one time you decide not to, it ended up being a very, very crucial hint.
Yeah, I had a lot of issues early game, so kind of once I got to the point where I could do crystal dungeons, I just went for them. That's pretty much what I decided to do at that point, was just go straight for the crystals.
Yeah, I mean, you did make up a lot of time that you lost, though, the hard stand there, so...
And you played very well, A1. I gotta tell you that much. You played really great.
Oh yeah, do you want some admiration for getting that very spiffy triple and not getting two?
Oh, I was kind of surprised because I've had issues with Aghanim 2 lately. I don't know what it is, but he's been hard lately. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Well, you certainly didn't show it today. That was very clean.
Well, thank you.
Well, I gotta give you a little bit positive feedback as well on one thing. You're the only one that picked up the Mire shield.
Oh. Well, I knew I was going to Turtle Rock eventually, and I figured it would just speed that area up a little bit. So might as well.
But J1, do you have any final thoughts about the whole thing you just went through?
I'm surprised that 2 people forfeited. It was, I don't know, but it was a pretty decent seed. I don't know. Early on, the Thieves Town death kind of hurt me a lot, but the rest of it was fine. It was a good seed overall.
But A1, thank you so much for putting up a show for us here on Speed Gaming, and GG's.
GG's.
Thanks.
And speaking of speed gaming, coming up here on the Speed Gaming Network, we're going to take a little break after this, but at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, we are going to have here on Speed Gaming the Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland 80% tournament starting up. We're also, I think that's like a back-to-back set of matches. And at 9 p.m., a whole slew of cool things coming up. We are going to have the ALTTP Overworld Glitches tournament on Speed Gaming, the Zelda 2 Randomizer weekly race on Speed Gaming 3, and the ALTTPR Cross Keys Tournament Qualifier on Speed Gaming 2. That sounds like it's gonna be fun.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be something that will mess up your mind a little bit if you don't know your keys and all that.
Oh yeah, Cross Keys is not for the faint of heart. And we also have slated a Star Wars Episode 1 racer race, but there is no slot for that allocated yet. Just keep an eye on the schedule, and if you're interested in that, which is, by the way, a really fun game and very fun run to watch, keep an eye on the schedule. So, yeah, I think that's it from us for now.
I'm gonna say one thing. Shout out to our amazing trackers during this seed. They've done a fantastic work, and I'm gonna say also thank you, Red, for joining me and helping me out. It was pretty messy in the beginning, but thank you so much.
Yeah, apologies for having to join so late, but yeah, it was very fun. Thank you as well, Nils and Alex, for the cool commentary. And also thank you to our trackers, JTN and Oro, for their lovely job. So, I think we're going to wrap this up for now. And we're going to see you at 6:30 p.m. for Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. Good night.
Good night, everybody.